All right, gentlemen, this next game is going to put our winning streak to the test, and Durant is up next. So I want us rising to the occasion. Now let's run some 3-on-3 drills. Let's get it going. Come on. All right, let's take our competition to the next level. All right, here we go. Okay, let's run some 3-on-3 next. Set it up. All right, come on, guys. Good practice today. Focus. Come on, focus. Nice work, everyone. Now get some shooting reps in and hit the training room if you need.
Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal by my side. Not a lot of games left in the regular season, but there are still a few teams whose fates have yet to be determined. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Phoenix Suns.
Prez, how you doing? How's the campaign going?
Oh, very funny, man. You know, I plan on putting on a show tonight.
We'll see about that. My team's ready.
Well, you better be, because that's the only chance y'all got.
I'm gonna remember that one. It's on.
And from the sideline, we'll be here. And with tip-off coming up,
Well, Kevin, few people saw it coming, but
his teammates know firsthand what an impact he makes, David. Thank you. And both of these teams have really been playing well lately.
Well, yeah, this is one of those games you pencil in on that calendar. They've both been playing great basketball. You want to see who can keep that roll going.
Well said. So Phoenix will get the first possession. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The incredible shooting pair of Curry and Thompson in the backcourt. Durant is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Pachulia in at the center. The offensive rebound. Here's T. Knocks down the three ball. T's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Suns. And it's the Warriors with the ball. It's a three-point game. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
I mean, you can say it. The defense was awful. They took away nothing and got scored on relentlessly.
And the one thing you can't speak enough about, Chris, with this Warriors team is they are just an offensive team. They have one of the toughest defenses in the league, too.
Well, just look at their rosters. Defenders at every position. And it isn't just defenders that can slow down one position. They have guys like Clay and Draymond who can guard multiple positions. That means you can switch. The versatility allows them to match up with anyone while throwing out their small ball lineups.
Suns moving the ball around. Here's Young. Money from the wing. Young's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, and Young has a beautiful touch from the mid-range, really sticking it to the D from there.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. First quarter, just over a minute played. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two. The Suns shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Pachulia. And again, no good by Golden State.
He's clanking everything to start this game.
Dudley the pass to T. He feeds it to Warren. It's Young on the wing. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. And Young just drilling the three there. Nice look.
And that's the shot that's dropping for Young when he is playing with confidence.
Outside Durant. Can they get it? Bangs home the trifecta.
And Durant just makes the game look so simple when he's pulling up from behind the arc.
Young passes to T. Feeds it to Young. Over in the corner, Dudley. Pass to Len. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the foul called on Justice Young. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
While he tried to make a pass to an opening that wasn't there, he needs to be more patient and allow space to open up so he can throw it down low.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len. And a chance to compare steals versus fouls over the last 5 games and the season as a whole for Levens.
He's been reckless over these past 5 games, and his steal and foul numbers reflect that. Those totals were much better earlier in the season, but he's gotten where he's trying to do too much defensively. He needs to just calm things down.
Curry against Young, picked by Pachulia. Here's Curry with the 3. Len grabs the board.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Warren the pass to T. Inside, it's stolen by Curry, and Curry with the clear path to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway.
The awareness of everything around him. Curry picks it clean, then off to the races.
We take for granted the magician-like moves Curry can pull off with the ball. But, Chris, it's something that he's worked on very hard his entire career.
Curry has made leaps and bounds in his improvement with his ball handling. Arguably, with Uncle Drew, he is the best ball handler in this league at this point. He did a lot of drills dribbling tennis balls to up his feel and handle on the court.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
For 3, Durant. Phoenix grabs the miss, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
Well, I thought they lacked focus. They took too many unnecessary chances, just a ton of mistakes all the way around for everyone.
Basket counts.
Always keeping his head up. Draymond rarely misses.
Hustle up. Let's figure this out now. Let's go. Look, I'm fine with our defensive effort, but I know we could be doing so much better on offense.
And when you played in team's offense. And it's the Suns with the ball. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. T in at shooting guard. Jared Dudley out there with Booker. Then it's Young, and it's Len in at the 5.
And Young needs to drain these perimeter jumpers. A masterful shooter from deep.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, T in that last outing against the Rockets was terrific. He ended up with 19 points and got there the usual way. an impressive barrage of three-pointers. A surprise attack from a guy who's typically viewed as a role player. We'll see if he can continue to play a larger role in tonight's game.
All right, thank you, David. Well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
But you're exactly right. We'll see if his adrenaline is still pumping. I suspect he's excited and will try to match or even exceed what he did last time out.
Misses the three.
As he continues to rack up the misses from three-point range, he still appears undeterred. He's going to keep firing from out there.
Picked by Pachulia. Livingston kicks to Pachulia. Knocked loose. And Young, here we go. Count that bucket. Young's got the lead up to 10 now for the Suns.
And it is how Young scores the ball, attempting high percentage shots. Love this guy's attitude.
And the wide open shot from Green. No good on the triple.
He could not have been more wide open. I'm sure he's kicking himself for missing out.
Dudley's shot is good.
Well, I guess from that distance, the defense thought he'd dish it off. Oops. One thing that I don't think Steve Kerr gets enough credit for is the mentality and atmosphere he's created with the Warriors. His teams have been able to stay focused in their pursuit of 73. His team keeps a relaxed vibe among the players, yet they all play hard for him.
Phoenix leading by 13. From the arc, another three for Phoenix. And you can see it in Prez's eyes. There is no way he's missing that three.
And when he wants to hit from deep, it's almost as if he wills it in if you let him.
That one drops for him. And Kerr, with the atmosphere of the Warriors, still knows when he has to get in their face and keep the team, Chris, from getting too lackadaisical. But the team is always on the same page.
Well, a lot of what an NBA coach does isn't so much X's and O's as it is getting everyone to work on the same page, as a unit. Kerr has mastered that with every Warrior giving up either a few touches or some extra dollars to buy into the system and take this team to that elite level.
Curry, good.
Using so many devices to get his shot. I mean, that time Curry on the catch and shoot.
They set the pick. Young dishes to Len. An easy 2 points on the layup. Len's got 6 points.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Bring it in. Take a seat.
Counter was in Oakland.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met, but what a great game.
So for the Suns, P.J. Tucker comes in for Jared Dudley, and Warren subbed in for Devin Booker. Now here's Livingston. He's tightly guarded. Shot from 12. It doesn't go for him. Now the Suns take it the other way. At one point, they led by 16.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the...
Curry setting the pick for Durant. Chris, you played for 5 different teams. How much does the city you live in and call home matter during an NBA season?
Well, it's different for everybody. It's different for everyone. It was great to go home to Detroit for me because I wanted to live and stay in my city. I wanted to eat my mother's cooking before the game. Not many times could I do that. I could only do that once or twice or once a year playing on the West Coast. So, those type of things, being close to your family, if you have younger siblings or children, that type of thing. If you have kids, what school they go to. I've seen players take and weigh all those things. But for me, I've just been blessed to play in some great places with great fans. Washington, D.C. was a wonderful place. That city really showed us a lot of love as a young team trying to find our way. And then Sacramento, just some of the greatest fans in the world as well, just embracing us. And they had embraced the Sacramento Kings in so many losing seasons. So that's just who they were. Their character was just that of encouragement. And so I'm glad that we were able to give the people of Sacramento what they have been waiting for so long, and that's some exciting basketball. And so, the cities that you play for are very important. And me as a fan, I still thank the Bad Boys for how they represented the city of Detroit during those years, and Isaiah and Joe Dumars and Bill Lambier. So for me, just from a fan perspective, the relationship with the city, the players, is always important.
Well said. Now, here's Livingston. 6 points for him. Outside, Green. 6 to shoot. And the officials call a traveling violation.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Good play, man.
And that does it for the first half of play. Suns ahead, up by 15. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much.
All right, gentlemen, hustle up. That was a great first half. Listen up.
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Justice Young in this game, he's been everywhere.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, this is the fire his coach and teammates really have been encouraging him to show, really attacking the ball on defense tonight.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Green is out there with Pachulia, and it's Durant in at the small forward. Chris, you're looking up and down rosters all the time, and you always notice the guys that keep teams together, the glue guys. They may not be the stars, but they're important players. In that regard, who are some of the better glue guys in the NBA now?
Well, let's just look at the last year's playoffs. I mean, you got to look at a guy like Boris Diaw that can play so many positions and come in and score 20 for you or not score at all and still stay valuable for his team. A guy like Draymond Green that not only plays defense so well, but does so many other things so well offensively, keeps his guys rallies, gets them together. And then how about Steven Adams just being a terror down there in that post, holding it down for the big fellas. Those three guys come to mind.
Great perspective. Curry can't get it to go.
Very slow start so far this half. They're only 1 for 4 so far.
And Warren the bucket on the assist by Dudley. And the Suns lead by 18.
The defender was in position, but 2 passes to force a bad shot.
Watch Curry.
Outside Durant. From deep three-point range, hits the three-point bomb. Durant's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I mean, it is insane that Durant shoots from behind the arc like it's a free throw. Just an easy motion from him that deep.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, some might say that Draymond Green has a big mouth. Klay Thompson said he talks to us, himself, the coach, the other bench. But Andre Iguodala had the capper, fellas. He said if you're having a conversation about potato chips, then he's going to make sure his opinion is heard.
They love that edge he brings, DA. Absolutely. Thanks.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own?
I like that style. Lose 3 points, get them right back at the other end. That's good basketball.
From outside the arc, Durant with another miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Curry against Young, 13 feet away. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
No, well, you just got to keep feeding him the ball. Everything he shoots has been gold so far.
Thompson outside. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the Warriors. Timeout called the Warriors. Just as young, really making a difference here.
He's in ultimate heat check mode right now, which is nothing but bad news for the defense.
Steph Curry, the first unanimous MVP winner last season, Chris. I heard it suggested that former MVPs should get a vote on who wins the award. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that, of course. I agree that players should vote most of the time because they're really out there on the floor and they get to see the nuances and intangibles of the game that we don't get to see. And I also have another idea.
Suns leading by 17. T in a two-guard. Laying out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Warren.
Oh! Tell us how you really feel
about that finish. Oof. Oh, my goodness. Fella's going to hurt somebody with a dunk like that. Probably will hurt himself.
Oh, there's too much fun to be had.
Well, unless you're the defense there, that's getting shown up in a big way.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. T, he's covered by Thompson. Tucker with the ball. He kicks to Len. And the Suns tack on two more.
Teamwork at its finest. Love the extra pass.
Warriors trailed by 19. Thompson outside. Warren against Iguodala. Back to Thompson. And that one's on target from the wing.
After going scoreless in the first half, he has found his shot in the second.
Young passes to T. They set the pick. And Tucker kicks to Young. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Golden State's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Pick by Pachulia. On its way from Curry for 2. No good. In and out. Off the rim.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Len tries again. Out left to the wing. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Pass to T. The tray. The offensive rebound. Len dishes to Young. There's the pass to T. From beyond the arc and then some.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Good D, better O. He buried it right in his face. We call that hitting him in the head. That has to be frustrating if you're the D. So versatile, always pushing the action offensively.
Young passes to T. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Iguodala outside. On the wing, Thompson. Well, the salary cap's skyrocketing this season and next season as well with all the new TV money. Chris, it's sure a good time to be a free agent, isn't it?
Oh, man, I tell you what. I mean, it seems like every decade, the next decade, the players say, man, I wish I was born in that one. But I tell you what, the business of basketball is doing well thanks to the fans.
Yes.
And thanks to the hard play and work of these players.
Well said. And Phoenix making a change here. Chris has checked in. Thompson with the bucket.
No, don't sleep on Thompson's side. Efficiency in scoring, that's a big part of what makes him unique.
Young passes to T. Len kicks to Young. Out to the wing. Here's T. Suns keep it alive. Goes back up. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And that one misses. Jared Dudley's checked in for Chris. Durant's checked in for the Warriors. And he sinks the second.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. The screen from Thompson. Fires for three. And it's Durant missing. Suns leading by 19 points. Passes to Young. They set the pick. Here's Warren. Clock at 6. Here's T. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Thompson for the triple. And the Warriors miss again. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Suns have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Now Warren.
Hey, who got ball? Who got ball? Get outside. He's open.
It's stolen by Green.
Wow, he was one step ahead of the defense there. Brilliant work coming up with the takeaway.
Tipped away. Here's Thompson. No good off the back of the rim. Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. You look around the NBA, Chris, at all the head coaches, a lot of new names. Why do you think teams are still looking for fresh faces on the bench? Guys that may not have them. So it's the Suns winning easily here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here on 2K Sports alongside Shaq and Kenny the Jet. The playoff picture coming into focus, but still a handful of games yet to be played. And Shaq, go ahead. Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for Oklahoma City,
from Phoenix.
Ready to go? Ready to go?
And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at the Thunder. Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. Ilyasova out there with Steven Adams. And it's Morrow in at the 3 slot.
Well, you really have to be feeling it to go with the teardrop. That is not as easy as that looked.
And Young kicks to Dudley. He feeds it to Tucker. For 3, gets the three-pointer to fall. Tucker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Suns on defense. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And across the board in that game, guys, they shot the lights out.
Guys were patient. I think that's crucial in making good decisions, and that's why their field goal percentage was so solid.
We've seen a lot of unhappy players leaving the Suns in recent seasons. Might be addition doors by subtraction.
Well, Kevin, I don't know. The front office admitted that perhaps they'd made a mistake and should have held on to All-Star Isaiah Thomas, but chemistry is so critical. You need players pulling in the same direction, willing to make the team better. And hopefully, the change in personnel gets them back on track.
Adams' shot is off. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
The Suns shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Westbrook. The kick out to Ilyasova. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Ilyasova's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. For Phoenix, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Young against Westbrook. Westbrook with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Oladipo's running. The 10-footer finds the target. Oladipo's got his first 2 points. Young with the ball. A 20-point game for him in the win against Golden State to the left side wing. Down low, trying to find Len, gets it to him. 13 feet away. And Westbrook pulls it down.
Boy, he usually knocks that down with that much space.
That misses, had a chance to tie it there. The Suns leading. Young passes to T. Now here's Dudley for 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Westbrook drives in. Left side, Adams. Well, Doris, the NBA is consistently evolving, changing all the time. What are the biggest changes you've seen in the league over the years?
Well, this should be an interesting conversation because if you think about Michael Jordan's era and how little impact the three-point shot had on the game, to the point where 2 years ago, Greg Popovich says, Kevin, and you've been calling the NBA a lot longer than I have, You can't win without the three-point ball. It's simply impossible. Would you say that that's been the single most significant change?
Probably brought more in focus with what Curry and Thompson have done. I love the ball movement.
It's
The
a
game
lot of
is
fun.
the game is so much more pleasing to the eye now than say in the 90s.
Okay, and let me ask you this. So we talk about the three-point shot. The other thing with Golden State, and you mentioned Stephen Clay, this small ball, is that sort of a revolutionary thing that perhaps is not going to go back?
Well, the athletic ability, the length of their arm span, the ability to jump, they can almost equal what a big man would do, even in a smaller frame, a different kind of form, and maybe they've been able to adjust that way. I mean, what do you think? It's
as you know, and you know this better than I do, it's a sort of a reactionary league. And so you saw a team like Washington.
Bring it in. Take a seat. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused.
The youngest teams in the league. They had Greg. Suns leading by 10. T in at shooting guard. Len out there with Jared Dudley. And it's Young, and it's Booker in at the small forward position. So that's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
I'll tell you, solid low post passing made all the difference on that last possession.
The Suns have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Thunder trailing by 13. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, T in that last outing against the Warriors came through when they needed him. He finished with 15 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. A great outing for him, and the team kept a hot streak going. A very strong stretch of games for them lately. Kevin, send it back to you.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
It's become the expectation from this guy, not just the productivity, but the leadership.
Just 5 on the clock. Young from outside. Len. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Listen, the offense had the crowd's energy to feed off, but it doesn't explain a lack of effort on defense.
Oh, and the dunk by Young.
What a flush there. Young, just a masterful dunker.
Thunder trailing by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. Dudley, no luck. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. It's Oladipo on the wing. Bangs home the trifecta. Oladipo's got 5 now.
Well, he had to take the three-pointer right there with the defense more or less ignoring him. No choice.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Suns shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw good from Len. And the Suns making a change here. Tucker's checked in, and Oklahoma City with a change here too. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Cantor.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Payne dishes to Ilyasova. Here's Morrow. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Payne. Len with the block. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Phoenix leading by 10.
And as the second overall pick back in 13 out of Indiana, Victor Oladipo, while he's had a solid start to his career, stardom still, I think, is what he aspires to achieve. I mean, he's got the tools from a physical standpoint, but the decision-making and the perimeter shooting, two areas that he's got to improve. And then defensively, which is where I thought he would be a game changer, hasn't really excelled as much as I think he's capable of.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And when you take a look at Oladipo, such a fun guy to watch develop. G, where does he need to take that next step, in your opinion?
Believe it or not, I think he needs to focus on defense. Came into the league projecting to be a top-level defender, and while he collects blocks and steals, I think his production defensively has lagged a bit as he's really focused on his offense.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Oklahoma City. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Knocked away. Now Tucker. Offline with his three.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Doris, you've interviewed so many coaches over the years. Which coaches do you enjoy interviewing the most?
Well, I have to say my classmate, Billy Donovan.
No kidding.
We were both point guards in the class of 87. I like to tell Billy he was the second best one in that class, in fact. But I do enjoy...
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Phoenix ahead, up 19. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Brandon, you came out with a lot of energy. Was that...
Bring it in, guys. Hey, great work in the first half. Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball. They cannot stop us. Do not let up, gentlemen. Play with the same enthusiasm. Let's get this W.
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Really an incredible game from T.
And the threes, they just dropped for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
You don't identify him as a three-point shooter, but anyone, if you let him get going, can get it done.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. Anthony Morrow out there with Ilyasova. And it's Adams in at the center, filling out the middle. Young outside, shot clock at 5. Len down low, Adams defending, and it's Len. That time on the assist from Tucker. Westbrook kicks to Oladipo. To the middle. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
I think defensively, they've got to get their heads in the game. Judging by that play, they've come out of the locker room a little lethargic.
Phoenix leading by 18. Young passes to T. Ilyasova against Dudley. To the paint. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Adams. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Not everyone has the green light to take that three in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Tucker the pass to T. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Young. Softly drops in the floater. And the Suns lead by 17.
And although the D surrounded Young, it isn't enough sometimes. He's just too talented for those guys down there.
Ilyasova is screen on Young. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Westbrook missing again.
You know, hard for them to shave this deficit when they've got him shooting such a low percentage. You got to talk about this guy. A long journey to the NBA for P.J. Tucker. Remember, drafted back by the Raptors in 06, bounced around various leagues for 6 years before finally making it back to the NBA.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for Phoenix.
And boy, they've been producing points both inside and out. That kind of symmetry offensively is a great sign, and it's correlated with their early success.
Thunder trailing by 17. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know that the Thunder hired Billy Donovan as its new head coach. In his 2 decades at the University of Florida, he led them to 2 national titles with players like Al Horford and Joakim Noah. A defensive-minded coach, he's developed into a great offensive mind. And fellas, that's what he's trying to bring to OKC, moving the floor, as he calls it, creating space for their great scorers to operate.
Ball movement, player movement, that's where the league is going, D.A. Thanks. Here's Len. Phoenix, no good that time either. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. To the paint, and finished off by Oladipo.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Tucker the pass to T. Takes a 3. Phoenix, no good that time either. Thunder trailing by 15. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. Booker, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Doris defense is something that can define how good a team is. What are the aspects of a lockdown defender in your opinion?
Yeah, I think it starts with mindset, Kevin. I think certainly you have to be committed to the scout that your head coach has given you. There has to be a certain amount of physical attributes. Yeah, we associate long, rangy, quick-footed, quick-minded, really sharp-thinking guys with it. And obviously, you got to be able to contain the ball. Can you contain and can you contest? Sometimes, to me, it's all about the effort. Are you working hard enough?
You took the word right out of my mind. It seems like effort. When coaches talk about defense, effort is always close behind.
Yeah, and the other thing is, okay, so you, as you know in the NBA, these players are so good that your effort can be top shelf. You can be giving it all out, putting everything on the line. You also have to have a short memory in the NBA because guys like Kevin Durant, they can put 30 on you. You can be guarding, contesting, doing everything you want, and they're going to score.
Is effort a skill? Is hustle a skill?
I believe it is. I believe both of those things are things that organizations should value when they're evaluating guys. What are my work habits? You know how important that is. That's an unwise shot. I'm sure coach and teammates would have preferred he swing the ball for a better opportunity.
On the wing, Booker. Here's T. Buries the long-range jumper. T's got 15 points. 1:52 left in the third. And here's Payne. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Dudley. That's his first foul. A big group. Suns leading by 13. T. He's in at shooting guard. P.J. Tucker is out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Alex Len, and it's Young in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. It's good. 9 points for Alex Len. The Thunder shooting for the game at 42%. And Roberson kicks to Adams. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And Kevin, what's remarkable to me about Westbrook is that as much as he is used in the offensive game plan. I mean, this is a guy that is the focal point in terms of how they're going to play. That's a tremendous amount of pressure on a player, no matter how talented he is.
Well, Phoenix shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Tucker dishes to Young. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Len, good. And thinking again about Westbrook and his high usage rate, it's incredible, Greg, because he still plays entirely efficient.
It's crazy. I mean, normally the more shots you take, the more your efficiency drops. But Westbrook seems to be free of that. It's a big reason why this team lets Westbrook do so much for them on the offensive end.
Back to Robertson. 5 on the clock. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And Young kicks to Dudley. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Yeah, I think he was forcing too many shots in the first half. Now the game's coming to him.
That free throw good from Len. Thunder trailing by 17. Westbrook kicks to Ilyasova. They set the screen, and T is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Westbrook's got room. Another miss by Westbrook.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Young passes to Tucker. It's Young on the wing, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
You talk about executing a game plan to perfection. That lead has just simply gone up and up and up.
It's deflected. Stolen by Len. Tucker dishes to Dudley. He gets that one.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
And it doesn't matter how difficult the shot. The ball is finding the bottom of the net.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Westbrook missing again.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Here's Len. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a moment now to discuss injuries, something, Doris, that all teams have to deal with, the most players as well from time to time. Let's get your take on what's the key to staying healthy.
Well, I think obviously most professional athletes realize that they have a limited window with which to make money with their body. And so if you are smart from the time you enter the league going all the way through your career, you're doing the right things. You're getting the proper rest. You're paying attention to nutrition. You're getting massages. You're going to the chiropractor. You're taking all kinds of both proactive and preventative steps to stay healthy. From a league perspective, this is obviously crucial because they know that the players are their most important commodity. And so you're starting to see individual teams and organizations track the movements of their players, both in practice and in games. That kind of data is critical because if you see somebody wearing down, if the data is in fact telling you, okay, Dwayne Wade has run far too much in the last week, let's dial back practice. Let's sit him one game. I think the key is just continue to use data and continue to use what we now know and what we will know in the future to try to protect guys.
Suns leading by 17. And Young kicks to Dudley. Passes it to T. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Adams. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Ilyasova can't hit. Young with the ball. T. Guarded by Oladipo. Pass to Dudley. He dishes it to Len. 5 to shoot. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Morrow, guarded by Tucker. Oladipo, good.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Now here's Dudley. Here's T. They grab their own miss. Here's Len, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Shooting for Phoenix, Alex Len. At the line for 2.
And that one misses. Doris offense up around the NBA in the last. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Berg, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Hey, yo! Hey, yo!